Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and we are bringing you all random podcast number 109. That's right, this is the 109th one. We're so close to 110, almost at 113, very close to 322. Actually not that close, but we're getting close enough. And yes, I say we because I'm actually joined here with a few people. So I have JaManDota and BabyGainz joining me. Is that correct?
Shabbat shalom.
Jesus Christ, you remember my name.
Yes, I typed it. I typed it in the overlay, so now you're official. It's legit now.
So did we just pigeonhole him into like picking his casting name? Like he didn't.
Yes, we did. Oh my god.
I was actually thinking of changing it, but you know we'll let it ride right now. I am having a baby, and I'm definitely getting some BabyGainz.
Yes, gonna get those BabyGainz.
It's pretty hyper accurate, so.
Yeah, my girl's pregnant as hell.
Dude, did you say when did she do?
July 11th.
What? Guys, random podcast, focus.
Everyone's focused on births of children right now.
It's actually really important to me, man. You make me feel such a fear. I don't think I want to be on this chat today.
You're trying to pass it off as no big deal, but
nah, no big deal. You're just bringing a life. There's a human coming out of your wife. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
What my question is he gonna play mid or off lane? I don't know. Either one of those. Like, I don't know what my son or daughter's gonna play. I'm actually trying to see who's gonna coach him into success. You know what I mean?
This affects if you claim him or not, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
all right. So hold on. But before we get onto that, let's do introductions real fast because I want to make sure we introduce people. Because apparently, HyperX somebody's playing in this game, which is why I picked it. So MC is in this game, which if anybody knows his alias, please let me know because I just completely forgot it. But start with introductions. Start from inside the Radiant. We have, wow, sorry, we have on this Lion, Hahua. Playing Lion. OD is being controlled by the one and only Birdman. Faceless Void's being controlled by MC, the famous person here. And we got Risk being controlled by Ursa, or the other way around. And we got Slark being controlled by FG. Ursa's being controlled by the one and only What Is Life? He's in the jungle. That's actually surprising. And Visage, wow, a Visage mid? Are you kidding me? We got Solitude playing the Visage. Spectre is being controlled by the one and only Q. I think I've seen that before. Vengeful is being controlled by...
Bottom lane, first blood.
No, I missed the first blood!
Jesus Christ, this cameraman, change him out.
I was so close, because like Lich was next. Lich, bro, we got timings. Jeez. Anyway, Vengeful is being controlled by Creatures of the Night, and the dead Lich is being controlled by Sad Man. And I'm very sad. That's a very accurate name for how I feel right now.
Not everyone can be perfect. Oh, it does look like this mid Visage is gonna go up against the Earth Spirit. He tries to get the rolling boulder off, but not going to be enough in order to try to take him out, and they do have the follow-up damage from the Arcane Orbs, but this Visage, pretty tanky, does decide to go for the Soul Assumption over the Gravekeeper's Cloak. When he does pick that up, though, it's going to be a lot of armor they have to eat.
And hold on, they're rolling on. Meanwhile, Ursa dies in the jungle, but we got Visage actually getting engaged on. He's going to be going out here in a few seconds. Solitude, bro, run as fast as you can. Ursa Spirit, not enough damage. And quick question to BabyGainz, because you said you play Ursa Spirit, so no pressure, but... Go ahead and tell us some cool things about this Earth Spirit, this game. Like the idea that he's going with the dual mid.
All right, boys. This is what I think about this game. Ready? He's playing Earth Spirit. He won the game. That's it. That's what I think about it. That's it. The game's over. I expect complete domination by this guy. If he doesn't hit these kids with stones, like we're ending this cast, and we're gonna go to 110 next, please.
Alright. We can definitely do that. And we're at 6K right now. Actually, speaking of being 6K, Risk actually misses the roll. So that might have been a kill. I don't know. And quick question, Yaman, because I mentioned it a lot of times. I'm a huge, gigantic fan of OD because I just like seeing OD get played. But Arcane Orb, he had 14 stacks stolen from Visage. Is that OP or is that? I mean, what's going on?
I don't know. I kind of like the change that they did to the Outworld Devourer, because before, like, that's kind of what the centric focus of the Agnum Scepter change was, when it would put everyone under the Astral Imprisonment, so he could maximize the amount of intelligence that he stole before the damage from the ult would come out. But now he doesn't have to rely on that. So like these ODs before, like even Hand of Midas actually makes sense on him now because it's going to be able to increase his attack speed. And on top of that too, every time that he gets an auto attack off, that's damage that that's int that he's stolen, which means that it's damage for Sanity's Eclipse. And
good point.
There is going to be a rolling boulder in the mid lane though, and it looks like Visage might be in a little bit of trouble. Ends up popping the Soul Assumption as well as the Grave Chill, and able to clean up that Earth Spirit. And unfortunately, a failed initiation from the side of the Radiant is going to result in the death of that ES.
Was this 6K you said?
Yeah, this is 6K.
Jesus Christ, he's
6K
getting carried.
overall. 6K overall.
Oh my god.
6K overall.
Guys, somebody look up this guy Risk. I don't know what that was.
Cumulative. If you add up all their MMRs, it adds up to 6K.
No. So on Faceless Void is being played by. I need to go check it out. Hold on. I'll check in a second. I don't want to miss any kills. But Faceless Void is being played by somebody famous. That's the reason why I was at the top of the page. And What Is Life is playing in the jungle on the Ursa. I just want you guys to talk on that real quick while I go check the thing. Ursa jungle like. Discuss...
Oh, it's mind control.
Ah, that's who it is. Thank you. See, I knew it was somebody I should know.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Team Liquid's. I think he's. I don't know what position. I don't know what position he plays when he's on Team Liquid. I want to say he's support, but because Fata plays mid for them and Kuro plays carry, I think. So he's either an offlaner or a mid, and he's playing jungle Faceless Void at the moment with an Iron Talon.
Right.
Why not, man?
That puts Q, like Q, that name looks so familiar. Like I swear I've seen that a few times. Just the letter Q as an alias. I don't know who that is.
Do we know the average MMR of this? Cause
the average MMR is roughly 6K. Roughly.
Okay, so
roughly.
it could potentially be Badman. I don't think it is. But there's like an 8.5K MMR Spectre player who like just spams Spectre and is supposedly like really good on the hero.
Okay, so you think Q might be that person?
Maybe. I have no idea. I'm just like talking about things and stuff.
Alright, come on, we need Stats Guy. Stats Guy, get on the line. CulBlu got the camera.
We don't have the budget for Sir Action Slacks over in the stats, so we're gonna have to settle with like our basic Google knowledge.
Yep, and then watch the replay. Just watch the replay. Hold on, before we talk about watching the replay, MC is actually trying to dive on top of the Visage. Unfortunately, it has an ulti available, but does force a TP support come in. We got Vengeful Spirit showing up, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on in this mid lane. They're really underestimating just how fast and like how strong the Visage is whenever he ends up popping the Grave Chill. Like he's getting a 32% increase in his movement speed. Like that's pretty significant in the early game when like everyone's just operating on just like straight up boots of speed. And not only that, I mean, I'm really surprised he's actually not putting any levels over in the Gravekeeper's Club. It might simply be because it's not going to be able to deal with the damage from the arcane orbs.
Correct.
But if he has the Air Spirit or the Faceless Void trying to initiate on him, then that's going to come into a huge aspect with how quick he is and how tanky he'll be with a level over in Gravekeeper's Cloak. But they are underestimating just how strong and how fast he is when he pops that Grave Chill, and we've seen the Air Spirit already pay for it with his life.
And this is one thing somebody, I think, I forgot which cast was talking about. Somebody was just discussing Visage as a hero, and I think it was a lineup with the Visage plus Drow Ranger. But somebody was just saying that Visage as a hero, he can still play mid. Just a lot of people just prefer not to play him mid because they like his value as a support because of the birds, and also just because showing up soul assumption, easy kills, GG. Speaking of GG, easy kills. Down bottom, we got Lich going to be going down. Slark. Oh, we have a Slark down the bottom lane, guys.
I'm having PTSD right now. But that was actually, I don't know if you caught that, but that was, the Slark actually came very close to dying. He only had about like 50 HP before he ended up popping his magic wand.
16.
Yeah, so 16.
Oh, Spectre! Oh no, Spectre drops the ulti, they're gonna find himself a lion, but lion's gonna be in the jungle, and Slark, actually, he leaps out, he finds a Visage, he's gonna be going down, Spectre gets a double kill. This just might be the Spectre spammer, because she's going straight in, and it looks like Risk shows up a little bit late. Just gonna go ahead and hide in the trees.
It looks like Visage right there when he pops Grave Chill, or what is it, Soul Assumption? No. Grave Chill. He was going at 435 right now, at 7 minutes into the game. That's his movement speed.
Yeah, just like constant phase boots up.
Jesus.
Which is good because I mean a lot of people don't realize that Grave Chill has such a short. Well, okay, it's not the shortest, but it lasts for 6 seconds and it has a 10-second cooldown. So basically 4-second downtime. You can get some really good value out of it. I played my share ability draft, and I love picking up freaking Grave Chill. So all is said and done, I think Visage as a core is really nice because the previous meta that I'm used to, the most used to, has seen Visage as a support pretty much every single game.
Yeah, there's actually the Slark found out the fact that they were going for Roche. Now he has a Spectre, a Lich, and a couple birds from Visage chasing after him. Long range kick from downtown Pele, going for the stun over on that Earth Spirit. It's gonna be the Slark dropping down to about 36 HP. One more Soul Assumption, not gonna be able to do it. He has no stacks up on it. And I mean, all the meanwhile, Ursa sitting inside the Roche pit ends up getting the kill on that, and Aegis Immortality. Looks like he wants to try to pick up some more as he's going to have the OD in his sights right now. They've already killed off the Lich. Now the Arcane Orb's doing a ton of damage over that Visage. Gravekeeper's Cloak can't help you from that one, but the Ursa in range is going to allow him to start tanking up against this Lion stun. He's impaled, but it doesn't matter. The Hex is going to be there as the Arcane Orbs are being turned around. These Visage Birds doing a ton of damage, though. They're going to be able to get the kill over on the Ursa. He does expend in the Aegis of Immortality. He's going to have a Lion ready to try to control him with an Ursa Spike. We'll end up being able to connect with that. The stun is going to be there from the Visage Familiar in order to try to slow down that Faceless Void. They do maybe get some of the mana away from that Ursa, but it's not going to matter. Just move his way back up onto the high ground.
The OD didn't have to die there. I don't know.
I mean,
he went for the greedy last hit right there.
Yeah.
He didn't have to.
Agreed, and like in that whole entire fight, I was gonna say that, oh my gosh, Ursa just kind of wasted, but then again, it's worth it because OD got murdered. So if OD didn't die, which they should have backed away, and oh my gosh, BabyGainz, were you watching Slark run away like I was?
Oh no, I'm sorry, I was watching top. Let's see what's going on in the game. You know, when there's a game on with Earth Spear, I just focus on that Spear. Might as well just watch the whole game, see what I'm doing wrong. That's the reason why I'm not 6K, you know what I mean?
Reason number 23 why Wilson will never be a dedicated observer.
Camera stuck. Just following Earth Spear.
I literally have him on player perspective right now.
Alright, hold on, mid. We gotta swap heavens up with OD. OD's gonna be taking quite a bit of damage. Birdman, he will be going down one way or another. Yeah, dead OD is dead. The Vengeful swap, the damage from OD was definitely, damage from Visage was definitely there. And one thing I was gonna mention before we, hold on, mid. They're pinging it. They want it. They ain't gonna get, Earth Spirit getting controlled right now by the Visage. Risk is gonna be forced back a little bit in Solitude. Solitude gonna have a little bit of fun with that one. And he's still hanging out mid. Like, I don't understand why Visage isn't dead yet.
I got a question for you guys.
Sure.
With the OD and Lich and Vengeful Spirit, what do you think about the OD coming into this game, hitting into the mid game, because of, you know, OD has, like, you know, no mobility, at least, you know, nothing. So how do you see him coming out from this game right now?
Well, I mean, in this game, I think he's definitely gonna need to tank up. So JaManDota is definitely gonna be great at him. But we're probably gonna see like the Blink Dagger Force Staff to help him out. And Jamin.
Yeah, there's actually Ursa's underway with a fight up in the top lane. He got solo Chronosphered. All the meanwhile, Slark is eating a lot of damage over in the Radiant jungle. Will have to be forced to pop the Shadow Dance. They're turning things over on the Outworld Devourer as well, over by the Secret Shop. Ursa's going to end up popping the Enrage, but it's already worn off. They turn their attentions over the Faceless Void, who gets a lot of that damage with the Time Walk, but a huge Soul Assumption coming out from that Visage is going to allow the Ursa to clean up a kill over onto the Faceless Void, and now they want to turn their attentions to this low HP Outworld Devourer, but the Earth Spirit coming in clutch right now with a kick, able to try to save his allies, and the Spectre is going to have to make her way over through the high ground with that Spectral Dagger.
And that was an awkward fight. I was gonna say, oh my gosh, Slark is about to get wrecked. But Lich was the only person chasing him, and Lion just kind of turned around, just fingered him a little bit, and Lich fell.
Yeah, when you were noticing that, there was actually the Outworld Devourer TP'd to the top tier 1 tower in the Radiant offlane, and Faceless Void Chronosphered. He just like dropped a solo Chronosphere, and they unfortunately like just weren't able to get the kill. And we just the OD had just like TP'd way too far out into the lane as opposed to just doing it to the side of the tower, and it took him, the Chronosphere had already worn off by the time that he got there with his Arcane Orb damage.
Oh, that sucks. And Earth Spirit was involved in this one, so BabyGainz, you saw Earth Spirit, you saw him do things. What things did he do that you agree with, that you don't agree with?
I think he's pretty much playing like a 6K Earth Spirit should be playing, to be honest with you. You know, on his build here, though, I'm liking the drums build. I usually lately see at this rating when I'm watching some of these players play. This is how I get better, by the way. I'm playing Earth Spirit, but I usually see them going for a Guardian Greaves, like a fast Guardian Greaves and Urn. He obviously didn't go at this game, but so far, you know, I don't see nothing wrong here. He ended up, like, at the beginning of the game, switching to the solo offlane, but obviously the laning phase didn't last at all because this game is straight up in all over the place.
This is dope. This is pub Dota.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've got at least 3 heroes up in the top lane right now with Ursa in the jungle, though, so a lot of attention is being paid up to this top lane, while the opposite is happening for the side of the Radiant. with the Slark and the Ursa Spirit down in the bottom lane, the rest of their team, the Radiant jungle. So they're kind of just all taking more of a passive approach to this one at the moment. The Faceless Void, the Chronosphere, obviously not going to be too profitable when he's only rolling around. With
bottom lane. We got Lich getting jumped on. Slark's going for all the damage that he needs. Sandman, if he can get an ulti off, it will be nice. But unfortunately, he dies. Vengeful TP's in. She might be donating her life. It looks like no Spectre jumps in with the ulti, always on point. Hashtag Beyonce swag. And now we got Spectre coming forward. She might be able to get herself a kill, but FG is going to be able to get out of there. And that is, yeah, that's kind of how the game's been going this whole entire time. And I mentioned this like a long time ago in a different game, but Spectre, an effective Spectre is one who can actually just, you know, drop ulti and get a kill. Speaking of drop ulti, get a kill, up top, Solitude might be in trouble. Ulti from Lion coming through. Damage is massive. He actually goes down. Ursa actually gives himself a kill on top of whoever he killed. Yeah, sorry. Visage.
The lion, you know, the lion ended up going down. The soul assumption took like everything except for like 50 of his HP. Ursa just came in and gave the good old 1-2 punch over onto the lion and took him out.
Basically an oracle.
Basically oracle.
Me on bottom lane.
This the Outworld Devourer does end up taking a lot of damage, but he's incredibly tanky at the moment with the power treads as well as the drum endurance. It's a little extra stats from the Null Talisman too, and it's going to be incredibly difficult with him without having a ton of synergy like this one. With the Blink Ursa getting right on top of him, he will be able to get himself inside the Astral Imprisonment. Here comes the Lion. He wants to try to help out. He will be able to get the Sanity's Eclipse off, dropping everyone low. Ravage comes out from the Lion. It doesn't matter as there's no follow-up damage, and Ursa will blink forward. He's got the phase boots to try to chase, but he's turned into a sheep or a fish. It doesn't matter. Barnyard animals aren't capable of killing giant human lions.
Barnyard animals are not. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm still in that. Damn it.
He's writing that down in his book as we speak, by the way.
Yeah, it's cool. I aim to please. That's what I'm here for. The Spectre has had the drums for like a solid 2 or 3 minutes and just has them delivered to her right now.
Hey, that's the courier efficiency, man.
Yeah, she's actually getting pretty fat herself, and the Visage did decide to go for a Medallion of Courage and now has the mana in order to pick up a Solar Crest too. So I think that that's actually like a really great item for, especially if you're trying to go for something like a carry Visage, because he's gonna get a huge amount of armor boost, not only from the Gravekeeper's Club. Like look at him right now, 2 points over in a Gravekeeper's Club. He's working with 12 armor, with having the Medallion of Courage debuff out. So 19 armor when he's not using the Medallion of Courage. That's incredibly difficult to eat.
Oh, top lane. We got Q taking quite a bit of damage. He actually gets controlled enough. He does go down. Meanwhile, Vengeful Spirit showing up all by herself. If she has a TP, she might be able to help to get a kill, but looks like Spectre drops ulti, buys back. She wants to get a kill. FG will be going on. Negative earn charges will be enough. Looks like a last right click from Spectre will do it. Speaking of last right click, double kill for Spectre just for buying back. OD, he will be the next one. Birdman, you're going to be going down here in a few seconds. Triple kill for the Spectre. And if she had a TP scroll, she might be able to actually TP down bottom and get another kill on top of whoever she wants.
The Spectre's ruining my fucking entertainment, God.
Oh, that Chronosphere in the bottom lane, he can't get it though. He's just playing chicken with the Ursa frozen in time.
It's a casual chrono, John.
Swallowed by a bear.
Later.
He stole his picnic basket and he wants it back.
Team wipe happening. The picnic basket gonna be getting reclaimed.
The Spectre's getting me angry, man. He's just making too many plays. He's not giving my Ursa Spirit any time to move around here and make the plays. Damn it.
Somebody's obviously biased, but all that aside, though, Spectre is playing really well.
Yeah.
Like I said, Spectre's playing the way I expect Spectre to play. It's just basically sit back, farm, and then team fight happens. All right, let me drop an ult, get a kill or two, go back to farm again. Oh, team fight, let me drop my ulti. And basically, that's how you need to play it. Meanwhile, Lich is taking a lot of damage. What the heck? Lich is about to go down. Sadman will be dying here in a few seconds. No ulti used just yet. Meanwhile, Ursa, he gets called a few CC abilities. He's going to be getting saved here in a few seconds, though. Ursa Spirit just trying to make sure he does as much damage as possible. This bear is mad, though. Roshan, he should be up here soon. Ursa, he should be able to get that Aegis.
Yeah, where's my punching bag? It's... The ability of Ursa to be able to just take Roche so quickly is kind of ridiculous, and like as soon as he gets a Morbid Mask, he can just take Roshan is, I don't know. It's a good thing they balance exactly where the pit is, because that would just be like incredibly broken right now if that wasn't the case. Dire would just constantly spam Ursa. And I want to see, and I was hoping that maybe a pub Ursa would go for it, but the Agnum Scepter upgrade to the Enrage for Ursa is just like absolutely ridiculous. So
hold on, hold that thought. Top lane, we got a gank about to happen. Looks like Spectre will be getting caught out with the Astro. Actually, no, they tried to throw the stone, but sadly the stone misses. And Spectre walk into the trees, lying on the back end. He's waiting for her, and they run away. So unfortunately, gank not successful. Risk is slacking right now. Misses the stun, and Come on, BabyGainz. Tell us
Put me in
what
there.
happened.
Put me in there. Put me in there. Put me in there.
Coach, I'm ready.
But all is said and done. On a serious note, for Ursa to initiate with a stun, should he initiate with the stun or should he just roll in and then go for the stun? Like, which one's more efficient for him?
Well, a good Ursa will be able to easily land a boulder smash and then obviously pull it back the grip and then obviously roll in. So that should be, in my eyes, that's the easier play. But some Ursa can actually roll in boulder in. The problem is that, like, if you roll in boulder in and end up missing, you go long, you're gonna go further. You're gonna go further than the target, and then you're gonna be stuck on the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good point. But OD went for a very risky TP out. He actually barely makes out. He TP's mid. Wow.
He's just mid. He's just like, Earth Spirit's in range. He's got one in charge. This will be fine.
Yeah, but that was a risky TP though.
Absolutely. I mean, it was. I don't know why the Lion actually canceled his TP because there was nothing.
Lich dropped his ult.
But it didn't. He had stopped the TP. The animation for the TP had already stopped before the ulti animation even started for Lich.
No, because Lich ulti, the way it works is as soon as he casts it is when Spinny Stun starts. Anyway, hold on. Before we talk about Vengeful, gonna be getting wrecked here very soon. She will be going down, getting silenced up with a few abilities. Ursa a little bit too strong for her. Now we got FG gonna be going down. Now what you want to have happen? Meanwhile, Birdman, he's running for his life right now. Spectre plus a wild bird is chasing you. Run, Birdman, run! A nice stun for Ursa. Beautiful play coming out from him. Birdman still's gonna be going down though. Negative earn charge. Will it be enough? Looks like he's going to be ticking very close. He has a jump charge available in 20 seconds. He's not going to be able to make a soul substitute too strong. He goes down. Meanwhile, fight happening in mid tower. It's going to be a dead sad man here in a few seconds. But Lion does go down first, and so does Ursa. Oh no, actually I was expecting Radiant to win that fight, but looks like they're not going to win it. As said, Mind Control shows up. Chronosphere at the ready. Let me at him, boys. Let me at him. Can't really do anything. Just walk towards him.
That Visage was like a B-20 bomber on the back
Did
line.
you see that? Yeah, man.
He was just like strafing along the high ground, like just firing out soul assumptions left and right, like cleaning up kills or just dealing like half of a hero's HP pool and damage. Like, that was actually ridiculous to watch that guy just like move along up there.
Now it's time for Roche, boys. And it looks like the Visage actually picked up the Ag Scepter there.
Oh, Sentry Ward Slark's in, scouted out. Oh no, Slark, run, bro. Alright, so wow, really? Are you kidding me?
He wanted it. He wanted the little shout out on his notification bar that Slark stole an Aegis in a match.
Oh, this Chronosphere though, they're gonna be able to catch a whole bunch of people. Vengeful gonna be the first target. Not the best of targets, but she will be the first target. It looks like the mana gets drained for everybody in that fight. That's gonna be a huge difference for Visage. Meanwhile, we got Spectre jumping in. She's jumping left, she's jumping right. Not even we get a kill just yet, but Lion's on the run. And meanwhile, we got people down on the back. And Lich ulti bouncing around, gonna be catching himself a few different creeps because creeps OP. And they're gonna be soaking up all the damage. Meanwhile, Lich will be going down, so Birdman does die. And that's a very unfortunate event. Like the creeps, like that's next level Dota right there. They bought creeps in.
Right here.
They bought creeps in just for that. Now we got OD. OD, he will be going down to negative burn charge. I don't think it's way for him to get out of that. Oh, as soon as I say it, he proves me wrong. Gonna be able to die anyway.
Birds,
yeah, the birds. Them birds.
3 damn birds.
Dude, this Earth Spirit needs to be careful. These birds are gonna hurt when they come back up. He realizes too. He's like, okay, I actually need to get the hell out of here.
He immediately regrets his decision. Gonna be taking one wave.
They're hitting for over 100 damage at the start. Like 400 HP. Earth Spirit doesn't want to stick around that. But that was actually just an insane Chronosphere catching 3 out. As you said, the Ursa actually had a really nice blink into a disjoint of the Sanity's Eclipse, and so he dodged all of that damage and got right on top of the OD. But he Astral imprisoned himself right after that, and then Slark just started to go to work afterwards and started cleaning up that Lich, and that's when you started saying that Chain Frost was just bouncing between the creeps instead of heroes.
And
not what
like,
you want. Not his best work, as Lich likes to put it himself.
That's like next level Dota. Like if I can get my pup games to be like that straight strategical, just like bring creeps in the next team fight when Lich shows up. That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have everybody get a Helmet Dominator.
It's yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Just screw Lich over.
So besides this tier 1 tower going down mid, we got the
Spectre's in so much trouble in the top lane. She hasn't even dropped the Chronosphere. They're actually not going to use it. She gets away. They had a Slark there with the OD as well as the Faceless Void.
I think in that point you just Astral Spectre. I mean, even if you're not going to get the kill yet, you're going to allow that time for TPs. At least you can reset, so to speak.
Surprising, but they're trading it for aggression in the mid lane. So there's going to be a kick of a boulder over onto the bear. They're going to be able to back away from the tier 1 tower now that the Spectre or the it's not doing enough damage anymore. But here comes the Slark. He actually gets caught out from the triple stun, the 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't matter that the Slark is invisible inside the Shadow Blade if he's getting stunned up either way. Second game sense coming out the third eye of this Visage, just allowing him to spot out that invisible Slark. But it doesn't matter as the Lion's gonna get caught out. Soul Assumption, that B-20 Bomber's back. He's looking to make himself a Blackhawk. He's going for the Attack Chopper build and the Chain Frost from Lich. That was a mouthful, but we ended up getting it out of our mouths either way.
That's what she said. Sorry.
Yes. Thank you for not dropping the ball on that one.
That's also, never mind. But Birdman's gonna be going down. B-22 Bomber. Oh, actually no, he survives. But whoever this is taking so much damage. Lich actually going down would be not Lich. Visage going down would be a big deal. I think he has a killing spree right now. FG really wants the gold, but he's not gonna be able to find it. And yeah, FG has quite a bit of unreliable gold, and he also has a killing spree. So that'd have been a lot of gold gained. Speaking of game.
This Ursa just wants to, like, he's just so attracted to the Roche Pit right now, and the Slark knows it. He's like, I know where you live, go back to your den, and just moves down to the bottom lane. The Slark actually might be able to get a kill on him if he sticks around for too long, but it looks like Schoolboy Q over here telling him to get back.
He's not doing too bad, actually.
Who, the Slark?
Yeah, he's actually doing pretty good.
So item-wise, he has a Sanjin Yasha. We're about 20-something minutes into the game. Shadowblade Sanjin Yasha working for a Scotty. Oh, hold on, before we talk about it, Q gonna be in a lot of trouble. No ulti available. Gets turned into a Froggy. Will be going down. A big kill going their way. 485 gold going to Slark. So getting ever so close to that Scotty. But before I was so rudely interrupted by people dying. Slark, one of Slark's classic builds, at least from the time that I started paying more attention to it, was Shadowblade straight to Scotty. I always hated that build. I like Shadowblade Sanjin Yasha way better because you can at least get a Silver Edge if you want to. But considerations. Once Slark gets a Scotty, do you think he's at the point where he's snowballing, or is it not? Is it not yet?
I mean, it's basically, okay, wait, because there's some serious shit going down right now. The Lich is actually going to die before being able to get her ulti off. Now the Ursa being able to get on the back end of that Slark, and he's going to teach him who was a bad boy, spanking him right to death. And the CC is going to be there from the line as well as the OD in order to get the kill over on the Ursa, but it's only Aegis of Mortality, and here comes Mind Control. He's got the Chronosphere off, but it's only going to be over on the Visage, and he doesn't have the damage necessary to tank through the armor that he has, but the OD, Outworld, Devourer, Sanity's Eclipse has already cleaned up most of the heroes over for the Dire, and now that the Astral Imprisonment's going to be there, he's going to be able to stay alive momentarily as the Vengeful Spirit is actually going to end up dying. It looks like the OD is going to get cleaned up and killed by the Spectre.
Those damn familiars don't work.
Was that simply from Dispersion that killed the Outworld Devourer there?
That might have been Dispersion. Spectre does have what, max points inside of it, so yeah, it's definitely possible. But overall OD was about to die anyway, so it didn't matter.
That's a Gem of True Sight too.
Yeah, those familiars are doing work. They completely locked it down right there.
And what sucks about it is because Faceless Void has a whole 2-second timing window. I mean, everybody says, Vengeful Spirit can't deal with, well, I say, Vengeful Spirit can't make Faceless Void have a bad time, but if you have a follow-up stun to follow up that, I mean, yeah, he can't heal that back up. So those birds definitely chained, well, they weren't chained the most efficiently, sure, but they worked. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and we talked about it before. The Visage now has that Solar Crest, so he has 33 armor to begin with. So like the first 3 to 4 auto attacks that this Faceless Void throws out are basically doing absolutely no damage to him. He's already taking 66% reduction in physical damage, and Faceless Void, before he has his Diffusal Blade completed, is only hitting for looks like 29 or something. And that's just not going to be enough to try to take down this Visage. And if that's the only person you're catching your Chronosphere, you're going to have a bad time for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and Visage, pretty much Dragonite, basically Dragonite. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is.
Basically.
You guys actually see Slark being able to turn this around with his team for his team here, because you got a Spectre and an Ursa there on the other team here, and just the Slark are pretty much a very slow and two very slow carries coming out from OD and Faceless Void. Obviously, OD has the potential to be strong, but it looks like he's moving really slow here on the charts here.
Yeah, as far as my opinion on Slark being able to carry the game, I say no. I think Slark needs to snowball. I kind of fit Slark and Juggernaut and Gyrocup into the same bubble, although Slark is at the end of the bubble, and I guess Gyrocup is at the top, upper echelon. Whereas Slark, I mean, he either needs to snowball really hard, or his team just needs to be doing so damn well it doesn't matter. Because Slark as a solo carry, yeah, he might be able to get a kill on top of 1 or 2 carries, but by the time he finally finishes killing supports, he's probably dead. And if Slark's your only point of killing stuff, then you're gonna have a really bad time, like we saw in the last game with JDL.
Yeah, they do. This Vengeful Spirit is not having a good time. And now Slark's learning the hard way about Visage's tankiness. Still working with over 20 of it. There's going to be a Chrono Spirit on combination with the Lich ulti right now. She's dropping pretty low and does end up dying. There's going to be a nice Ursa Spirit ulti coming through, as well as the Outward Devourer standing these clips, doing a lot of damage over that Spectre, and they do manage to get themselves the kill. But here comes Ursa. He's angry, but it doesn't matter because he's dead. And now they can wipe over onto that Visage.
Yes, they
Jam
want.
on deck. They've reclaimed their lost property, and they're gonna get the hell out of here.
Not a wipe yet, the familiar's there.
Oh my
That
god.
gold graph going back to 0. So that gold graph heading way back in favor of the Radiant. Definitely so much need to go for that one. And continuing on with my thought that I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by more team fights. Slark has a solo carry. I never put all my eggs into that basket. I do not think Slark can carry this game alone, of course. But OD, on the other hand, that's a completely different case. If you throw a Faceless Void into there, it's a completely different case. I think Slark can create enough space if he doesn't die too many times, but I don't think Slark is a good space creator for people like OD and Faceless Void to farm. Like, I do not think that's a good idea at all. So just to answer your question directly, no, I don't think Slark can do it alone, and no, I don't think Slark can create the space. I think this is all just a result of just good rotations overall.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we can't count this team out.
Oh, of course not. Oh, yeah, of course not.
Because you know, on top of having 3 great heroes that are going to be able to excel in the late game, you know, we have 2 great supports coming from Ursa Spirit and Lion here, and pretty much being able to control heroes is what needs to be done for the Slark to actually get some work done, especially for the OD as well. But you know, I'm not going to count these guys out, especially, you know, the score being 29-29 and almost being in favor of the Radiant right now. Net worth coming at 2,500. So.
So I have a mechanics question. Does Diffusal Blade purge Ursa's Enrage ulti?
No, they changed it to where that can no longer be purged. They specifically changed it to where he can no longer lose his Enrage. I think he can still lose his Fury Swipes, but he cannot lose his Enrage. Sorry, he can still lose his Overpower, but he cannot lose his Enrage.
So what's the purpose behind the Diffusal Blade then, I guess?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm assuming MC thinks that it can still get rid of it, but it used to be able to, but they changed that.
It's an interesting choice. I guess they get a ton of slow now with the Rada Atos and from the Outworld Devourer, as well as the Diffusal Blade slow. And I guess if he gets some more, starts building some attack speed, yeah, he's going for Yasha next, so he's going to get a little bit more attack speed. I guess he can start burning the mana of these guys, and it's just going to be able to help out with the Outworld Devourer in combination with that. But you know,
and all things said and done, I mean, let's not downplay OD's secondary ability with his ults. I mean, burning the mana of Ursa is a big deal because he doesn't have that big a mana pool to begin with. Burning the mana of Spectre is a big deal because her Spectre dagger costs like 7,000 mana, and if you can make sure that Visage doesn't have enough mana to do things, then you can pretty much have a good time. So I think Birdman having the ability to burn mana is good, and even if Faceless Void doesn't get the most value out of his Diffusal, he can still at least stop some mana from getting put into the game.
Well, we're seeing that Diffusal Blade at work right now. There's going to be a solo Chrono Spirit again over onto this Visage. They're even committing the Ursa Spirit ultimate. Ursa's going to say, I want some second dibs on this. Ghost Scepter's popped by the Ursa Spirit. Doesn't matter. His Faceless Void doesn't have one himself. Goes for the defensive kick, but it doesn't matter as the Spectre's going to be there on top of the Slark. He's trying to go ham up against this Ursa and will succeed in doing so thanks to that Shadow Dance. Now they want to try to clean up these Visage familiars, but that's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Dire.
That was an offensive kick, John.
That was offensive?
Yeah, he kicked him back into his team.
Correct, because Ursa was going to run away, and Ursa has a Blink Dagger, so his Blink would have been off cooldown by the time he got to him anyway. So yeah. I mean, first and foremost, Slark is still flimsy. Let's not never count that out. Like Slark is basically Juggernaut, so he dies in 2 hits. Second of all, Ursa's putting out a ton of damage. Like, I didn't realize 6 stacks of Fury Swipes does 180 bonus damage. Like, I didn't know that until just now. Slark almost died in that fight.
There's actually just a gem sitting in the side shop on the Radiant side. They sent the courier. They sent the courier on like Operation Jumbo Job, and it's gonna find it and get it. The siege camp sees, or the siege tank sees it. I don't know if Spectre's gonna try to kill it with the Spectral Dagger, but that was interesting. And the Lich actually went for Vlad's. You play Lich. What's your thoughts on that?
I play Lich. Lich going for, he went for Vlad's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I don't play Lich well, so I can't speak much on that. I mean, he's a support picking up an item for an aura. I mean, it's going to help his team overall. And Lich doesn't stay alive long enough, so put it on somebody who can use it, so that way Ursa can save slots.
do you think that in this spot, just simply because you're dealing with heroes like Ursa and Spectre doing a lot of right-click damage, that beats going for a mechanism into Guardian Greaves or something like that?
Definitely. First and foremost for Lich, he doesn't have enough farm to actually get it. So let's go ahead and state that one up front. Second off, having the Vladimir's offer is going to help give extra armor to himself. Also, some extra mana regeneration, some HP, some survivability. So if they do decide to push as a team, they can actually get a good team push, and also the birds benefit from it too. So overall, it's going to be a good aura for his whole entire team, and something that you can put on Lich, because Ursa, it will be a wasted slot at this point. At this point.
Yeah, I can see
that.
That's a fantastic point you make there, CulBlu.
I've also seen some people go for freaking the Berserker one. Damn, what's the name? Mask of Madness on Ursa, and I don't agree with that at all. I think it's a horrible idea.
It has its uses, man.
I used to think that would be really bad, but with the way that his ult works now, I can see it making like a little more sense, and it's just like an additional way to take Roche down really, really quickly.
Okay.
So I could maybe understand it, but I still think Vlad's is a pretty superior item to that in that sense.
Okay. And Gains, I'm pretty sure your freaking MMR is higher than both of ours combined. Item-wise, how do you think of everybody's itemization so far?
If I was good at knowing items, you know, it'd be good. But you know, besides me knowing the Earth Spear pretty much going standard Veil, let's see, the Void going Diffusal was questionable. The Ursa obviously going Blink, Black, BKB, and Skull Basher is pretty much the standard, right? Spectre, pretty much standard as well. Diffusal Blade, Manta Style, Drums. Nothing's really different there, but pretty much everybody's going what they should be. Besides this Lich and the Void, you know, I don't see anything really odd.
Oh, hold on, top lane. We got Lich X. Speaking of which, he's going to take quite a bit of damage. Sandman might be going down here. He will get fingered to death. The ulti does fly out, though. It looks like it's going to bounce a little bit inefficiently. Now, Risk going to go and run away. The bird bombs are going to come through. Speaking of bird bombs, Spectre jumping into the fight. She's going to do a little bit of damage. Chronosphere misses everything completely. Meanwhile, Solitude on the backside. He's still alive. Ursa's going to town right now on Earthspear, so Earthspear does go down. Double kill, wow. I didn't realize he killed 2 people, but he's about to kill 3 people. Trying to go toe-to-toe with the Slark, and Slark just might be going down. If Slark dies, this will be a huge steal. Meanwhile, I heard the OD ulti come through, and we will have a nice revive come out on OD, so he's going to be able to fight again. Don't really know what much he can do, though, because he's surrounded by a whole ton of people. Slark's going to go invisible because, hey, why not? And meanwhile, Faceless Void's here, isn't he? Oh, yeah, sorry. Whoa, sorry. People are on different teams, my bad. People are swapping teams right now. It's crazy. But OD doing some more damage. They actually end up winning the fight, surprisingly. So I could have sworn Faceless Void died already. I didn't realize he was still alive. And the Astro was on OD, but Faceless Void was doing things, so...
He actually ended up time walking, like a little bit towards the tower, so he lost him a little bit.
Okay.
Zoom out, bro. Zoom out.
The Slark got out of death. He was over by the tier 4 towers. He almost died. He had about like 150 HP, and then ends up eating the cheese, and then gets unlocked for the entire duration of Fury Swipes from the Ursa. And Lich is still going to end up dying. It looks like actually Ursa's going to manage to get the kill over on the Outworld Devourer. He turns his attention over to the Slark right now, but the Shadow Dance is going to be able to Acapulco his way out of that situation. But Vengeful Spirit with that huge, epic, long-range Aether Lens inducing Nether Swap right there is not going to be able to save her ally. But this Ursa, the Fury Swipes have been on point with the Skull Basher, but when you get a Slark with 42 stacks over into Essence Shift, it's pretty hard to kill that.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, he has 32 armor, and that's without bonus armor, so...
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
And an Eye of Scotty, so...
Yeah, just...
And 2,300 in the bank, with a Demon Edge in the bank.
Is this the gyrocopter symptom? Are we gonna see...
I don't know, Rapier.
Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Might very well be.
But really quick, I just want to point out that Slark's damage is sitting pretty high, and he has a negative Vengeance aura. Just want to throw it out there. So, yeah.
Yeah, missing 36% of his damage.
It's ridiculous.
Still hitting like a freaking cat truck, but...
But yeah, so the game is still definitely winnable by the Dire. All they need is just one good team fight, but that's a lot easier said than done. Slark has proven us time and time again that we've been wrong. I've considered the fact that Slark has enough farm. Oh man, Faceless with this Chrono. This Chrono gonna be able to catch out so many people. Lich gonna be the first one to go down. They're gonna find a secondary kill on Vengeful Spirit, and now Q gonna be running for her dear life. Gets kicked back in the wrong direction. Wrecked.
Offensive kick.
Good offense is a strong defense, Wilson.
Straight.
No, I see straight soccer, boys.
A straight up kick to the lady parts. That's what that was. It's a very violent thing. And suddenly Visage is not that big of a deal. I still think Visage did really well, but I mean.
But this is the question, guys. Is Visage worth the mid pick to actually turn into the late game? Is the question.
Ooh, that's a good question. Yaman, thoughts?
I think it's a terrible decision.
But why? But why?
Do you want to know why? Because Faceless Void went Diffusal Blade and still won.
That's not nice, John.
Nah, come on. All right,
No,
so
I'm
I
just
think
kidding. No, the Visage just like we talked about. I mean, I kept harping on how tanky the Visage is, but the damage output outside of that like B20 bomber type thing joke that we made, we talked about previously. I don't know if it was during the beginning of this game or if it was during like the post game about the JDL game that we were doing, but when you talk about like a Shadow Fiend maybe isn't like a traditional carry, Outworld Devourer is going to be able to do a lot of damage during the early and the mid game, but she way less so than a Shadow Fiend is not going to be able to show up during like the 30+ minute mark, and that's kind of what it turned into for the last 10 minutes or so. Was the Spectre just got a little bit too fat too quickly, and the Ursa, but like it still like didn't end up helping them out, and the Slark just had so many essence chip stacks for like the entirety of it that they ends up going 15, 4, and 12, and like just surviving barely at that tier 4 fight was just like a huge swinging point. They lost their barracks after that. So
right, and like I mean, just to answer the question as well, from my perspective, I always think of mids as people that you want who have high impact in the game, which is why there was a game where I think there was a Brewmaster and then there was somebody who wasn't a Brewmaster, but they sent the Brewmaster to the safe lane and sent the other person to the mid. I was like, no, you want Brewmaster to get levels, bro. It worked out for them. They did really well in that game. It was a JDL game. But all said and done, I think of mids as somebody who has a high impact in the game. So someone like who would benefit from those levels, like Invoker would definitely benefit from levels. Templar Assassin would definitely benefit from levels in gold. OD would definitely benefit from levels in gold, so he can actually steal intelligence reasonably and do some damage. So Visage doesn't really need levels to be effective. He needs level 6, sure, but once he's at that point, I mean, he's just good. You give him some good farm, sure, he gets a Solar Crest. But is Solar Crest going to actually kill anybody by itself? The answer is no. Of course, a support item, whatever. But that's my thing. He built support items. That's all he could really build.
And another thing, like when you look at the lineup of the Dire right now, it kind of falls into kind of the similar symptoms that Echo Fox had during that JDL match, where there's just a pretty huge lack of reliable lockdown. And that's one of the things that the Visage Birds are going to be looking to capitalize on, is when you get that reliable lockdown, that you can follow it up with like a good timing on your triple stun from when an Ag Scepter familiars. It's really a ton of damage, because especially they're going to be doing a crap ton of damage before that, which is their right clicks. Then they're going to come back up with that refresh damage, and your entire team is going to be able to like counter their damage on top of that too. So it's just like a really like compounding situation that the Visage is going to be looking for in team fights, but the lineup really wasn't conducive to that.
And like all said and done, I mean, Visage could have done what he did in this game as a support. So that's kind of like my main thing is like there was somebody who I forgot who's in the game now, but somebody else could have played mid and probably had a bigger impact on the game. Visage Birds were cool, but he can do that as a support.
Who would they have put in the mid lane though?
I forgot who was in the game.
They had a Lich, an Ursa.
Lich mid. Put Lich mid. I think Lich has more impact than Visage, to be honest.
Well, that's the same argument you're making for the Visage, is that she just needs the level 6, and she does the same thing.
Good point.
But who else was there? Crap. The Vengeful Spirit. They could have put VS mid. She actually, because she can actually transition into a carry.
I hate carry Venge.
Well, the Chinese were pretty fond of it. They did pretty well with it. So
God. I still barely like Enchantress carry, because freaking Dragonlance is OP, but the fact that you have to get a Dragonlance for Vengeful Spirit sucks. It's like it's a waste of a slot.
Yeah. I don't entirely disagree with that. I just like Dragonlance on her because it adds an extra little bit of damage over to the impetus, and you get like more of the max range procs with it than you normally would.
Yeah, it makes way more sense for her, but I've seen people try to carry Vengeful Spirit, and her range is so.
Oh, if you're talking about VS, it's I'm not crazy about it either, to be honest.
I mean, Gyro can get away with it because flat cannon, but
it's just like her ultimate just isn't really conducive to be like. You're not gonna like swap into the middle of the enemy territory and be like, surprise, here I am, and just start right clicking people to death. Like, it's not how Vengeful Spirit works. And so there's obviously a lot different carries that you could run and just use her for the utility of her aura.
Good point. Good point. And BabyGainz, who do you think could have been played mid, or do you think Visage mid was a good idea? Like, just to answer the question. Same question.
Just answer the question.
Yeah.
Answer the question.
Put the memes in the bag and answer the
I,
question.
I actually saw him recently in a pro game being played mid. I forgot who it was. I'm just gonna remember at some point. But
Remember by googling? No.
yeah, he is a viable mid and in the pro scene too. I saw him played at least twice. But you know, you can't really do anything about it now. The game's over, and obviously, even if this was a pro game and he ended up going mid and they lost the game, you know, you can't really do much about it after the game. But
Yeah.
I think somebody else should have took the mid position. And if I remembered who was in the game, it would be better as well.
How do none of us remember what just happened?
Because we had other things to worry about, like memes. Come on, bro. No.
Yeah.
I was Earth spiriting the whole game, so you know.
Yeah, that's the only hero that even exists.
I was honestly about to say Earth Spirit should have went mid, but he was on the team.
Spectre. How do we forget about Spectre?
Yeah, I guess he could have.
Who was the last hero though?
I'm just saying that was one of the heroes. There's still one more though.
There was okay. It was Lich, Vengeful Spirit, Spectre,
Visage, Ursa.
No, Ursa. No. Oh God, no.
Yeah.
It should have been a Visage Ursa mid. There you go. Nice and easy.
Well, bitch is mid. So.
It actually could have worked out. Think about it.
So,
Visage Ursa mid.
so here's an actual like interesting question. Do you think if they would have ran a dual lane mid that they could have actually been successful?
Yes.
Oh, definitely. Like I've seen so many teams get over dual lane mids. It's not even funny. Like you can probably run a Medusa dual lane mid. Like I actually people do that. Anyway, you could probably run an Elder Titan dual mid and still win. With Bane. Sorry, with Bane.
See, that's like the thing with the Visage is that even if you threw Ursa there, like if he gets a few Fury swipes on someone, that's a decent chunk of soul assumption damage that's going to come out, and you combo that with Grave Chill, the Ursa's actually going to be able to get a full set of Fury swipes over onto them. So like they could have actually had huge kill potential over in that middle lane. They would have just simply had to been able to rely on the Astral Imprisonment from the OD because they had a Faceless Void in the jungle. So like he's obviously not coming to help. Earth Spirit was like tried to rotate on mid a bunch of times, but his kicks were just not on point, so that didn't succeed. And then who was their last support that they had?
I forgot that team too.
Damn it.
They didn't have
hold on. I'm gonna remember.
Watch this. Well, go to live stream. Oh, the live stream's live. Dang it. Okay, live stream. Anybody, help us.
Anyone who was the last support on the Radiant team. Winner gets a cosmetic item of my choosing from my inventory.
Was there a Crystal Maiden in the game? There wasn't Crystal
No,
Maiden.
there's no...
Nothing of that sort.
I'm trying to think of when the team fight broke out. Because there was I saw a Faceless Chronospheres. Lion.
There you
Lion.
go. Shit, I could tell you.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could have put the Lion there. That would have been... I mean, but that's... Honestly, I feel like they would still be, like, being responsive to the mid lane of the Visage and the Ursa as opposed to, like, being on the offensive. Like, you could get the Earth Spike and Hex combo, and the Outworld Devourer could throw some Arcane Orbs out, but if he doesn't get the Essence Aura procs at the early game, like, the Arcane Orbs, like, we saw it in the middle lane, actually.
Yeah.
Earth Spirit tried to, like, get the Rolling Boulder in, and then the OD just started, like... It kind of looked like he was sissy-footing about it, but he just didn't have any mana for another Arcane Orb, so...
Yep.
It's hard. Like if he spams that out, if he's forced to spam that out too much early, then you could definitely wear through the regen of that OD, even with like ferrying a bottle back and forth from the well.
Yep. All right. So I think we'll go ahead and cut it there. No more post game analysis. Thank you guys. You guys were awesome. But do you have any final shout outs, like Twitch links, live streams, YouTube? Think you want to throw out there before we end the cast?
Yeah, I guess we do. I don't want to whore myself out like some parasite.
But you're a parasite. Let's go.
But you are.
All right. Good point. No, you can find me over at twitter.com/JaManDota. It's JaManDota. Same name over on Twitch too. So CulBlu and I are occasionally casting over for the JDL. So come check us out. Follow us. Find out when we're casting. And they're a little bit more serious than the approach we took for this one. But this was for some good old laughs in the bucket.
Heck yeah. Random Pubcast number 109. And of course you, BabyGainz. Do you have anything, any links, anything you would like to say, thank you to the world for having me here, something like that?
No, I have no links to send out because I'm pretty new to the whole casting stuff. But I'm looking forward to getting more casting time in, and BabyGainz will be around for more this year in 2016, maybe with JaManDota
Mhm.
and whoever is looking for a co-caster and have some fun. And I sometimes obviously take it serious. I will be there,
Yep.
but that's pretty much it.
Yes, and definitely go establish yourself. Get yourself a live stream. Just like start streaming Earth Spirit games.
This.
I'll work on that then.
Well, I mean, all that says Earth Spirit's really. Okay, we'll talk about this later. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are all awesome. And as always, we will see you guys whenever.
All right, bye, people.
Later.